German lines. Russia's exhausted and hungry army set the stage for the Russian Revolution in 1917. That ended Tsarist rule and brought a halt to Russian participation in World War I. So now let's look briefly at the United States. At the outbreak of the fighting in 1914, the U.S. remained on the sidelines, adopting the policy of neutrality, continuing to engage in commerce and trading with European countries on both sides of the conflict. Widespread protests over the sinking by German U-boats of neutral ships and the British ocean liner Lusitania, which had several Americans on board, helped turn the tide of American public opinion against Germany. America demanded that the Germans put a stop to unrestricted submarine warfare. The Germans agreed to do this until early 1917. At that point, they reinitiated unrestricted submarine warfare and tried to convince Mexico to start a war with the United States. These two key elements drove the United States to declare war on April 6, 1917, with the United States deploying 2 million soldiers to reinforce the Allied forces in Europe. By early 1918, the German army and nation were beginning to starve. The army was exhausted. There were shortages of food in Germany. They could only muster enough force for one final push called the Kaiserschlacht, meaning the Emperor's Battle. By the fall of 1918, the Central Powers were unraveling on all fronts, facing dwindling resources on the battlefield, discontent on the home front, and the surrender of its allies. Germany was finally forced to sue for an armistice November 11th, 1918. This ended World War I. This war took the lives of more than 9 million soldiers. 21 million more were wounded. Civilian casualties numbered close to 10 million. The two nations most affected were Germany and France, each of which had sent about 90% of their male populations between the ages of 15 and 49 into battle. The political disruption surrounding World War I also contributed to the fall of 4 venerable imperial dynasties: the German, Austro-Hungarian, Russian, and Ottoman empires. Now, today's scenario, by the summer of 1918, with the influx of American reinforcements, the Allies began pushing the Germans back from the areas they took at the Kaiserschlacht, or Emperor's Battle.
Is that order you go? Is the goal? It's got it. There's no intervention. Where's the BFT?
I